I'd buy that for $1.
Now, guys, speaking of justifying, we got to justify something else over here.
Oh, Lord.
We have our Teela for MGM and Mattel's Masters of the Universe. We are getting Camila Mendes from Riverdale. So if anybody is a fan of Riverdale on Netflix, this is your girl. I want to hear what some of you think. So put some comments in the comment chat section or throw them in the comments down in the video below. But have you guys checked out Riverdale, and what do you kind of think about this? This is kind of, yeah, I'm looking at the picture. I know this is like the newer Masters, but
Yeah.
This could be okay. I'm looking at her, and what I'm seeing is like, why don't you just make her like a Red Sonja and do that instead? Quit ruining Masters of the Universe.
I don't know. I've never seen Riverdale, so I couldn't say. I've never seen her act.
Yeah, me either.
I've seen very little of it, and from what I do remember of her, she's pretty freaking good. So, I mean, the show is kind of hokey and cheesy at times. I've only seen like maybe 2 episodes tops, but from what I kind of remember of seeing her, like, she's fine. I don't know if I see her as a Teela. That's where I get a little concerned, because, and it's also going to come down to, so what are you actually adapting? The cartoon, the comic, the remake comic, the remake of the reboot, or what are we doing here? Like, we need a script here, because if they're going to mirror Kevin Smith's, not you, Kevin, but the other Kevin Smith's Netflix adaptation, and they're going to kind of co-opt that and turn that into live action, I would say don't do that. But this is Amazon Prime. They certainly like to try and do this shit, and they did take the flyer with the Batman Cape Crusader show that's currently on there right now. And so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But initially I'm thinking this could be all right. Based on the other casting, I'm not quite feeling the whole cast. Like, we talked about that other guy like way back on one of our earlier live streams, and I don't know, he didn't really look like an Adam to me. He'd have to dye his hair blonde and get jacked.
Yeah, and then lose all that weight again, and then jacked again, and then lose all that weight again.
Kevin just wants to talk about jacking. Gotcha. Yeah, Nicholas Galitzine.
Yes, that dude with the face.
He-Man. How the mighty have not fallen or will fall.
I don't know. I would love to see a respectful He-Man movie. Like a continuation of what we loved that's just as good as what we loved. Now, granted, that show was made for very young kids.
Yes.
But you could still watch it and be entertained even as an adult. You're not going to be getting anything that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. Nothing's going to fucking be a mystery to you, but you could still have fun watching it. It's still that show that you loved.
Right.
Yeah, and that was Filmation. I mean, they played things pretty safe.
Yes, they had to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, things were starting to get better in 82, but not as good as they would be in, say, 86 when we had Rambo, the cartoon series.
Yeah.
That show was horrible, dude. Oh my God. You call him that peak? Oh. The only thing peaking on that were his pecs.
The action figure was cool, though. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the movie wasn't that good. The original movie was not that good. I don't care.
Oh God, that movie was horrible.
Dolph?
Yeah.
Dolph,
I
and then
like
you
that
had
movie, but
it's cult when you look back at it.
Yeah, it's cult classic, and then you had Frank Langella just chewing up the scenery.
Great as Skeletor.
Oh,
he was the best thing about that
movie.
Yeah.
And then you look at it now and you realize, holy shit, there was a young Tom Paris from Star Trek Voyager on it.
Yeah.
Robert Duncan McNeil.
Oh,
It's so weird. And Courtney Cox, right?
Courtney Cox, yeah.
Huh?
Courtney Cox, Meg Foster being as beautiful as she could possibly be.
Meg Foster was pretty good. There was
Yeah.
some decent things to that movie, but they had a lot of studio interference, and then they got the funding pulled when they were trying to shoot the final battle. And boy, did they sneak that in there.
Oh, yeah.
Tales of of studio interference from the 80s. Oh, you're getting shut down today. Quick,
All right,
distract
then,
everybody. Let's shoot the final battle in like the next hour. Shit. Looks like this is it was with Sony Netflix, being produced by Escape Artists and Mattel Films for release exclusively in theaters June 5th, 2026. So buckle up, everybody. We've got 2 more years of updates and trailers and images and plenty of time to have heart attacks and maybe croak and never actually see this film before we croak.
I'm going to guess this movie's not actually going to come to fruition.
What?
It's probably going to get shelved before they go into production, I'm going to guess, just like every other fucking time.
Yeah.
I want it to be. I just don't have the faith. They've never given us faith on anything. Like they've never like made do with anything other than say the 2 shit Netflix series that they came out with. And they both were certainly that. Like Revelations, I didn't mind it as much, but the other one was just trite. It was caca. He-Man in Space was better.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you remember?
Oh,
He-Man in
God.
Space.
New
91.
Adventures. Yeah, New Adventures with Gary Chalk voicing He-Man.
I don't think I know about that one.
It was awful. It was awful.
If that's
probably
putting
a
it
good thing, then.
mildly. That was a
Wow.
steaming pile of shit.
Wow.
So that will be the adaptation that Prime or not. Yeah, Prime
Oh
won't give
God!
us.
Don't give them ideas, guys. Like apparently
Well,
they got the script already hammered out, but like,
So-
oh my God.
It's funny you bring that up because, Gary Chalk, he was He-Man in that one. And then in the early 2000s when on Cartoon Network, when they did that reboot of the series, he was the voice of Man-at-Arms.
Oh, was
Yep.
he?
Yeah. And then you had Leonardo was the voice of He-Man. Cam Clark.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I did like the 2002 series. That was really
That
good.
was good.
Yeah.
And they didn't fucking finish it. They were supposed to have this big old, like the next season, supposed to be fighting the Horde. Nope. Never happened.
We were gonna get
Reminds
the
me
Horde.
of like freaking.
We were going to get the fucking Horde.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay. Interesting.
Now I gotta go watch She-Ra for that shit.
Yep.
Well, that reminds me of just like the Thundercats anime that got put out a few years ago. That was actually pretty okay, and it got canceled after its 2nd season. It's like, shit, you cut it off right in the middle of its story, pricks.
Yeah. The guy
I actually
voicing...
like that one.
Yeah, the guy who was voicing Lion-O in that, Will Friedle, who was Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond,
Yep.
he was actually supposed to be taking over as head writer for a 3rd season.
Oh, no way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he got screwed out of two gigs on that.
That
Jeez.
sucks.